And we back in this building. We back. We back in this motherfucker. We back. We back.
What's up, baby?
Yo, we back in the building.
Back in this smooth fit.
I love being in the building.
I do too.
I love being at Friends Who Smash podcast.
Me too, baby.
It is such a great place to be free. And since we ain't have therapy this week, this is going to be our therapy session.
No therapy this week. Huh?
Andrew said, I'm on vacation.
Yeah, I'm on vacation. Y'all deal with your own problems this week.
We ain't get no homework or nothing.
No homework.
You see, I sent him a message like, hey, Andrew, we didn't get the worksheets.
He sent something back. I ain't look at it.
I ain't looking at it yet because I'm like, I'm not ready to deal with this
Yeah, because we
yet.
really ain't want the homework. We just want to hold him accountable.
We paying you, nigga.
Yeah.
Where's our homework?
So what's up with you, baby?
We are back at Spizzy Studio. Drink Spizzy and the Brandywine. Drink
Yes.
Spizzy on Allentown Road in Camp Springs.
Yes.
At Drink Spizzy on Instagram. We are drinking the new Riverdale.
Riverdale.
And you know I'm from Riverdale, so I was very excited about tasting this. And it reminds me of Riverdale.
No, it don't. I lie like shit.
It tastes just like the one way. So yeah, we back. So shout out to Vic and Tinsley for opening their doors and allowing us to share space, allowing us to live our wildest dreams.
Yes.
So
Shout
what's
out to
going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling really good. You know, opportunities are coming.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man. I'm just excited.
I'm excited about your new song that you just wrote.
Yes.
Your new song that you just wrote with Winter of Love and Marriage DC.
Yes.
I don't know if you all watch it, but Winter had an episode and she was trying to get her husband, well, I guess, they're separated, but she was trying to get her husband to sign her divorce sign her papers and give her divorce.
Yes.
And Winter reached out to us. Shout out to Caressa. Caressa reached out to me and asked if Black can help with the production of the song. And history has been made.
Yes.
You wrote a dope song. He wrote a song about divorce, y'all.
Which is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Why is it weird?
Because, you know, everything that I'm involved in is about, you know, marriage and you know, trying
the
to
sanctity of marriage.
Yeah, just the good side of marriage, even the bad parts, but more
never
so,
divorce.
Yeah, it's never about divorce and the fact. And then I wrote Forever Loving.
Yeah,
you know, and created that. So, like, and then the wedding. You know what I'm saying? With all of these different things that tie to marriage and successful marriage, for me to write a divorce anthem is just weird.
Let me ask you, what mindset did you have to put yourself in? Because I know you told her to give you some information. Did you take that information, visualize her situation, and then write the song? Or did you think about things that you've seen over the years in order to write the song? Because the song is really dope, and there are going to be a lot of men and women that this will be their anthem. So how did you put yourself in that space to create something so powerful for something that you don't even advocate for?
Yeah, so it's not something that I can relate to. So what I had to do was just look at her story on the show, you know, and just take all of the factors that involved her, you know, and put them in. So, you know, as far as, you know, her having kids and, you know, the fact that she thought that, you know, she knew this person but really didn't.
Yeah.
Like, all of those things I took into consideration and I wrote it for her.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that kind of takes the pressure off. Well, I won't say a pressure because it's not really pressure. But
let's talk about, okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead. I'm going to talk about how you had pressure after this.
That takes me feeling like a contradiction, that takes it out of me because
a hypocrite.
Yeah, a hypocrite because I'm writing it for her. You know, I'm writing it as her, trying to tell her story versus it being something that I went through. Because in music, it's hard for me, and I mean, when I was younger probably, but in my adult years, I can never write or be a part of something that I haven't experienced or something that I'm not knowledgeable about.
Y'all, so let me tell y'all how it happened.
Gia.
I had just got back from walking the bridge, and Caressa called me, and she was
This is how shit always happens.
This is how it always happens. She called me because y'all have seen Caressa on the show, but Caressa and I have known each other for quite some time. But Caressa called me and was like, hey, do you think that Black can help Winter get this song out? And I'm like, what song? And she's like, the divorce song. And I'm like, all right, let me go wake him up. So he's downstairs with the baby sleeping, and I go down there and I'm like, baby, you need to get up and you need to get.
No, you came downstairs. You said, baby, come upstairs now.
Get up. I said, don't you dare wake her ass up. You get up. Are you woke? Get upstairs. I need you to get up here now. So he looking. He like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I said, don't worry about it. Get upstairs now. So he comes upstairs. He is still half asleep. I put Caressa on speaker. I said, go ahead, Caressa. Tell him what you need. and then it just, he wrote the song. It took you like 2 hours to write that song.
Yeah.
He made some calls. He got the studio session
I got to
set
shout
up.
them out, though. I called Chris Wright, of the directors, who's also the keyboardist for Mambo Sauce. So I've always had, Chris, my man. Everyone that I'm going to speak about is, somebody who's dear to me. So I called Chris, told him about the situation. He was like, all right. He got 3 tracks to me within 2 hours. When he got the track to me, I was like, okay, I like number 1. Number 2 is okay. I don't like number 3. Mm-hmm. And so then I sent it to Winter, and she chose, but she didn't choose the ones that I like. You know what I'm saying? She chose another one, but, they were labeled wrong. So she said, I like number 3. I told her, I don't like number 3. I like 1 and 2. Or I said, I like number 3 and number 2, but I don't like number 1. And she sent the text back, was like, well, that's funny because I like number 1. You know what I'm saying? And so I went to Chris. I was like, yeah, Chris, I don't like 3 and 2, but I like number 1. But he was like, yo, are you talking about the one that says track 1? I was like, nah, the way that they came in the email. He was like, no, you're saying that you like number 1. So I was like, thank God.
It's the same one.
Yes. So when she said she liked it, I immediately started writing. It took me a couple of hours to write it. I then called Frank Sirius. Y'all may know him as Scooby in the
shout out to
DMV
Scooby.
And
Chris.
Yeah, he's he's the godson of Go-Go, one of the uber talented dude. Asked him if he could help me vocal arrange it and reference it. Went to his house. He got a dope son. His son is 18, and he may be younger. He goes to Duke Ellington, and so we sat down and referenced, and we was just coming up with stuff. And then the bridge, I didn't like the way the bridge was, and so I said, yo, mute that. And then the son just got on the keyboards and just started making up the bridge. And then we made up it was just a dope experience. Yeah. So then I had to go to the studio with Winter, and I then got Kendra, who's somebody who I've known since she was 13.
She's on Forever 11.
Yeah, she's on Forever 11.
Shout out to Kendra.
Got her to come and do background vocals. And
she killed it.
Yeah, and I ain't let Winter hear the song until she got in the studio. And when she got in there,
and she got in there. Her reaction was, "I love it," and that wasn't my first time meeting Winter. Formally meeting, because
that was my first time.
Yeah, that was your first time meeting her. But I've seen her. Corey, who shout out to Corey, Uncle by Corey. He does everybody's hair. He just did Halle and Chloe Bailey's hair. He does Monique Samuels on Love and Marriage. He does Winter hair, and he also does my hair sometimes. I went to go pick a wig up from him, and he was in there doing Winter's hair because they were about to tape a scene on Love and Marriage, and I had no idea because of course Love and Marriage wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
So and it's so crazy how everything just everybody is not that, we're trying to get to know, we're like, oh, we need to know Winter because we know everybody else on the cast of Love and Marriage. No, it was just divine. Caressa was like, I think Black is talented. I want him to write the song for her. And that was that. And it just happened. So it was real good. So I'm real proud of you for that. I'm real proud when I heard the song. I mean, I know that you're talented, so I'm never really surprised.
I think sometimes you are.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm blown away.
Okay.
I'm blown away. I'm not surprised that you can get things done because that's who you are. I'm blown away because the level in which you get it done is mind-blowing.
I think, if I wasn't me, to be honest with you, and this may sound arrogant, but I would be surprised. Like, I would be surprised at some of the things, some of these big ideas that, that we come up with, you know what I'm saying? And then we actually do them and they work, like the play, you know what I'm saying? Like, the play was a pillow talk.
Play
and it's phenomenal. Like, I don't even know, I can't even explain it. Everything that, like, the retreat, when we did the retreat, phenomenal. Like, all of these things that we do, they kind of surprised me, even though I know who he's. Yeah, I think so.
The thing that really surprised me though was the play. The play, looking back at the play, looking at just me be this character and you be that character, it's hilarious. Like, oh my God, these two people are really fucking funny. Like, I was just looking at a clip this morning and that shit had me in tears looking at it, because it was like, oh my God, this is us. And it also makes me emotional because it's like, we're really creative. We're really creative and we really care about this work. Everything we do is work. Even though that the song you made was about divorce, it was still healing powers in that song. It was still ways that you created a message to the person who's listening to the song and who's going through it, to say, hey, I'm not ashamed of myself, but shame on me for staying in this and seeing the red flags and not getting my ass up away from this person. You know what I mean? So it's always healing powers in it, and it's always a message of growth and elevation in everything that we do. And I know we talk about this a lot on our podcast, but that's what the fuck we're going to do. This is our podcast. And if nobody big up us, we're going to big up ourselves, because like I said, we're 24-hour entrepreneurs and we do this shit every day, all that day. If we don't big up ourselves, nobody will.
And we have to, because
so big up your motherfucking self. Big up yourself, no matter
people,
what.
They be, like, I don't know what it is, and I rarely talk about. I for real, I never talk about this. I'm just like, look, we're gonna put our head down and we're gonna keep moving. But the type of what's the word? I like, we have been through so many like hype ups just for letdowns.
Yeah, and we tired of that shit. Like, we're not, don't continue to tell us how dope we are, especially if you got an opportunity. I think that that's an unfair way of having a relationship with someone. If you have an opportunity for someone and you see that they are very well capable of getting this opportunity, grabbing it by the balls and making it bigger and creating more opportunities from that for other people to make it even more bigger, why are you holding out? You know what I mean? Like, and so it's not about, like I was telling Black the other day, like, I don't need anybody to hype me up. Actions. My love language is acts of service. It's not words of affirmations. Yes, I like to know that I'm doing a good job. Yes, I like to hear that, I look nice. Yes, I like to hear those things, but I don't need to continuously hear those things in order for me to feel secure and confident in myself. The thing that will change, or the thing that will help me, is you acting on something that you said that you can do.
Or the thing,
and I'm not saying it like, oh, you better do something for me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't need for you to give me my own accolades back to me. You know what I mean? Like, I know who I am and I know why I deserve an opportunity.
That's it.
Period.
Like, we just want the opportunity, but if you don't give us the opportunity, we're going to create the opportunity. So it is
always,
what it is.
and that's how we did the play. That's how we have our podcast. Like, that's how we create everything. That's how it's just going to be that way, regardless if the opportunity is presented to us by someone or if God says, hey, this is what y'all need to do. It's going to be a lot of work, but you get your ass, God not going to say ass, but get up, do it. Yeah, he may. I don't know. The people always turn their nose up, but we don't know if God, I'm telling you, the way I'm close to God and the way Jesus know me, I'm sure he cursed.
That you know what? That would shock so many Christians on Judgment Day.
I told y'all, motherfuckers.
That's hilarious. So,
let me ask you a question.
Of course. Here we go.
What do you think
Here we go.
are 3 essential things in our marriage that we need?
What do you mean?
Essential things that we cannot go without in our marriage. 3 things that we cannot go without. 3 things. They could be mental, emotional, physical, financial, spiritual. 3 things.
I think 3 things that are essential. I don't know about not go without. I think 3 things that are essential is communication, sex, and
Turn to the side. Get it from the side.
And safety.
Yes. Oh, that was good.
Ha, nigga.
That's good. I think my 3 things. And when you say safety, expound on that though before I go.
Like a safe space to be ourselves. You know what I'm saying? A safe space to express, a safe space to grow, a safe space to be authentically unapologetically yourself. Because I think in order to grow, in order to do all of these amazing things, or in order to understand your greatness, you have to be in a place where you can incubate such greatness. And if you disturb like an incubator, then whatever is incubating will die.
You love to have a moment where you just feel like you just killed it.
I
feel like you just felt like
I'm just
you
saying,
killed it because whenever you smirk or you bite your lip, you really feel like you killed it. Did you do for real? Tell the truth. Do you feel like you just killed it just now?
I don't feel like I killed it. I feel like I damaged it a little bit.
You do your zippers to the top too?
God
damn, y'all, hold on. Before I give my 3, let me just tell y'all something about Black that I just learned. And now I call him to the top. So whenever you hear me say to the top, this is why.
This is funny as shit.
Black took me out to dinner. We went on a date. And we were, sitting there, and honestly, I was high, right? I was high, but I looked at him. I like my edibles or whatever. But I looked at him and I'm like, why is your shirt buttoned all the way to the top? And he was like, I like the top button. He said it like he was so passionate about it. He was like, I like my buttons. I like my shirts buttoned all the way up to the top. It makes me feel good.
I like my top buttons. I do.
I like my top buttons.
I don't know. It's something about top buttons.
I said, unbutton that shit. Unbutton the top button. And he unbuttoned. I was like, oh my God, see, now you look sexy. I mean, you did look sexy before, but this is a whole new level of sexy.
I looked sexy with the top button.
Okay. So you looked nice with the top button.
I looked sexy with the top button.
You looked nice with the top button. But when you unbutton that to the top ass shit, it was giving
to the top ass shit.
It was giving sexy. Oh my God. It was like it just gave a whole new feel to your outfit.
Nah.
And now you sitting in here with your zipper to the top. Yeah. Why do you have to have it? Is it an insecurity?
No, I like my neck, so it's cool.
So then just a little bit. It just
no.
I never knew this about you, y'all. I'm telling you.
Like I like turtlenecks, but the only reason why I haven't worn turtlenecks is because my gut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you gonna be in a turtleneck this fall though.
I'm a turtleneck it out.
Yes, you are.
I'm telling you, I'm at turtleneck jackets and everything.
You have a turtleneck jacket on right now.
Yeah.
So y'all, he's now considered to the top because that whole button thing blew me away. Because I'm like, I see you button them to the top, right? But I never knew that.
But I always button them to the top. So you haven't been paying attention.
No, I know that you button them.
These years,
I know that you button them to the top. But I never felt the urge to say, unbutton that top button. You know what I'm saying? But last night, I guess I was just feeling, some type of way. You unbuttoned it, and I was like, damn, that's so sexy. And then it made me ask you, why do you...
That's my shit.
So now you got the zipper to the top.
Now I got the
can't-
zipper to the top.
This nigga name is to the top.
the
I
top.
told him I'm gonna change his name.
I don't.
on my
I
phone
don't
and
even
everything.
mind that. I
To the
love
top.
that. I love that.
To the
Call
top.
me to the top.
So I gotta tell the kids now. Look,
Three
when I
T.
say
3T.
when I say to the top, I'm gonna tell Gabby. When I say to the top, I'm talking about Black. Blake.
Yeah.
When I say to the top, I'm talking about your father.
To
So when
the
I come
top.
in the house and I say, "What to the top at?"
That's funny
What
shit.
to the top at?
Where to the top
Go
at?
ask to the top. Is he ready to eat?
That's funny as shit.
All right. So my 3 essentials are respect, acknowledgement, and respect, acknowledgement, and covering. Covering in all areas.
What do you mean? What do you mean acknowledgement? Like, what do?
So
It doesn't seem like it.
what?
It doesn't seem like acknowledgement is one of your essentials.
Yeah, I think acknowledging that you've done something great is important. I think that you acknowledging if I feel some type of way is important.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think that us acknowledging that we need to pivot because something isn't working
Okay.
is important. So I think that we have to keep acknowledgement in like at the forefront with all of the other things so that it's just like being present.
Okay.
Right? So acknowledgement for me just translates to being present
Okay. All right.
in our marriage.
I get it.
So yeah, so all right, so let me ask you this. This is gonna be a tough one for me too. What do you think your biggest insecurity is right now?
My feet. That'll always be number one. I don't think nothing's beat that out. My feet.
Do you remember when Kevin Hart did that? I think it was like a stand up. It was something, and he was talking about. He was talking about the mirror on the ceiling. He looked up in the mirror at the ceiling, and he looked at his feet, and he looked at the bumps on his butt, and I was like,
I
"This."
remember that. I remember that.
this sounds
Yeah, my feet. I hate my feet.
Are you sure that's the biggest insecurity that
That's
you have?
probably the biggest insecurity. Yeah, I think my feet. And also, I mean, I would say this. Being in. So it's not a big regret, because it brings me a lot of joy, right? But like I've gone to college, I have a degree. I've had some prestigious jobs, some offerings of some other great opportunities, but they just never panned out because I was always drawn to, the music, and always drawn to creative. Now being a creative, I'm not as, financially set as I would love to be. And so, like the fact that I can't do what I want financially is definitely, something that is an insecurity for me. And I think it'll be an insecurity for any man that, is at my age range.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. And so, you often think about, well, you should have just stayed with IBM.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You should have just stayed with this thing or that thing, because right now you'll probably be getting paid $250,000, a year.
Yeah.
And that stability, and you'll have the home that you want, and any, the all of that shit. But, yeah, that could be an insecurity.
That was very bold of you. I'm very proud. I mean, I'm surprised at that.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm surprised that you shared that information, because a lot of people would not do that.
Yeah.
And I know that we're transparent and we're vulnerable, but I didn't expect for you to say that.
Yeah, I mean.
And I know that takes a lot for a man to admit that I'm not financially secure right now.
I think it would be worse if I wasn't financially secure, but then I didn't think that I was dope as fuck to make $1 million, at the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that keeps me going, is the fact that I know that I'm creative enough that at any given time, something can pop off. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I've been working for it to pop off.
Yeah, for sure.
That's probably
Yeah. For me, I think my biggest insecurity, not like a physical one, but I feel like it's a mom. I think that's will
Yeah.
always be one of my ones,
But
you know?
you've been saying that lately, like in conversations, and you're just bringing it up, just randomly, and I'm just curious as to, like, what is driving that? You know what I'm saying? And what are you comparing it to?
What I think is happening, and I think that I have to sort through this in therapy. I think that what's happening is I'm thinking about times when I was younger and I needed something and I needed to share something and I couldn't, right? And so I equate that to like how I'm mothering, like, because we are not like super, like in a super financially great situation, we're always working, right?
Yeah.
We're always working to create income. We're always working to create something so that we can pay bills and we're not late and we don't have past due and shit ain't getting turned off and all of that stuff. So I get frustrated. I get irritated. I don't feel like talking. I don't want to answer questions, and you know, I don't want to play, and I'm just trying to figure shit out of how we can make it work. And so I don't provide that emotional availability to my girls, and it fucks me up because I try to pull myself out of it, but I'm so deep in it that it's hard to pull myself out. So I stay in it, and then I look up, and I just had a conversation with Gabby the other day, like, I need you to know that I'm working really hard on having an emotionally balanced relationship with you. I know that I'm hard on you because I find myself always telling Gabby what she needs to do. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And I can see her looking like, I just wanted to come down here and hug you. You know what I'm saying? And and when she comes downstairs, I'm like, did you put them clothes in the dryer? Go put them clothes in the dryer. Did you take your shower? Go take your shower. You know? And it's like, she just came downstairs. You know what I'm saying? And so I can see that.
I don't think Gabby's the only one. You do that with everyone in the house. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone besides Royal, because she's not going to listen to you anyway. But you do it to me, you do it to Blake, and you do it to Gabby. Everyone in the house.
Well, I'm just talking about the mother part of it.
Okay.
So you just take yourself out of it.
Okay, Mom.
And you heard my father the other day, hey, Mommy, talking to my mother.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
He told you leave me alone.
Yeah, he did. He told me, leave that man alone. God damn.
And then he said, I feel you, Black.
He did. I heard him say that. I heard him say, I feel you, Black. All right, so how do we deal with that? So for me, I know, I recognize it. And so I have to work really hard. So I take, like the other day when I had to take Gabby to Apple for her phone, and I took that as an opportunity to not be on my phone, not care about work, and just talk to her, right? And just and listen, right? And it was one of the best days we've had, even though it was very frustrating, very draining for me. Apple was on my nerves, T-Mobile on my nerves, everybody on my nerves. But the time that I spent with her was good. And so I have to remember that when I do take the time to spend time with just me and Gabby one-on-one, we have a really good time. And that lasts with her for a while.
Gabby is an amazing conversationalist.
She is.
You can have, and I remember when you used to get mad at me because me and Gabby would always debate.
Yes.
But it wasn't, it's not really
and
for
y'all
me to,
still do.
Yeah, but it's not really for me to win or nothing like that. It's just,
picking her brain.
Yeah, and then it's interaction. I mean, she enjoys it, and so
she loves it.
I enjoy doing it with her. But holding a conversation with Gabby is so dope.
You know what she said when we were driving? She was like, she just bust out. She was like, these people are wasting our time. I said, who? She's like, Why do we have to go to kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade? Why do we need all of those grades if colleges only look at from 8th grade on? Why don't we just have one grade and we just learn everything in that grade and then we just go to college? I was like,
everybody's not like you, Gabby.
I said, look, so
Everybody's
do you know
not
how many
smart.
people would fail?
Exactly. Exactly.
They need steps. They need
Yes.
levels. People need
Definitely.
levels. And when she said that, I said, this is me. This is my child, because she really was having a hard time with that logic of having to go to first grade, second grade, third grade. And, you know, I was really appreciative of that moment, because if I was still working and trying to deal with her stuff, I would have never heard that. I would have just been like, what you say, booby? I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So really being intentional about acknowledging that her, mainly Gabby, for real, because Royal is going to
She
take
gonna do
your
what she want.
attention.
Yeah, she's gonna do what she
No
want.
matter what, she'll get in your face. Hey, mommy,
Yeah.
mommy. So
She
being
doesn't
really
care.
intentional, I really
And
don't
Blake
want.
be on his. He be on his own thing.
He don't give a shit about what is going. He'll come upstairs, get something to eat, and go back downstairs.
Yeah, and say what's
he's
up to
only
Royal.
gonna speak to Roy. Exactly. He's only gonna speak to her, pick
Cause she
her
make
up.
them. Cause she make them.
Cause she makes
Bake.
bake. You pictured me up. And so just being intentional. And I really am. I've said for years that I don't want to be the reason that, you know, my kids go to therapy. And I can see that why Gabby will probably need it if I don't get better with communicating.
I
with her.
don't think that that's the case. I think that you're too hard on yourself. You know, but if you see it that way, that's cool, because I mean, whatever you do to try to change it will be beneficial to Gabby. But I think you're being too hard on yourself. I do think that you spend time with Gabby and you allow yourself to, you know, have conversations with Gabby. But Gabby is in the stage, and this is the one thing that I think I've learned. Mm-hmm. I think that I tried to do that too much.
What?
With Blake.
Oh.
Like with Blake, I was, you know, I was just always trying to make sure that he had quality time and stuff like that. And I don't know how to explain it, but you know, like I said, I think that you're doing a good job. There's some things you can do better about.
I really need to work through that in therapy, because I don't know why I'm so hard on myself as a mother. And
Yeah.
my friends tell me that, my mom tell me that
Yeah, I
all the
definitely think
time.
you're hard on yourself.
But I'm so hard on myself as a mother. I'm so hard. I just want my girls to be safe. And Blake, you know, but mainly I'm talking about them, because Blake is 18 now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know he still needs me, but I'm
And
talking
then
about
Blake has a mother.
yeah,
who-
Blake has his
Yeah.
his biological mother.
yeah.
But, you know, as far as my girls, I really want to I know I can't shield them from things, but just give them all that they need from me. Period.
Yeah, I
That's
think
it.
they're doing a good job.
All right. So what do you think that are some actions in your life that will have a lifelong consequence?
What do you mean? Something that I've done?
Yeah. That'll be a lifelong consequence. This is so fucked up to even have to think about this.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good question. They were talking about this on Instagram, and I seen some really good
Something in my
responses.
life that will have a lifelong consequence.
Yeah, like even in your past, or even something that you may do, something that could affect, not in a negative way, and you don't have to look at it in a negative way.
Oh,
It could be a
okay.
positive way too. So this is not just a negative question. I mean, a
Okay.
negative, thing. A lifelong consequence. Well, consequence just sounds like a negative.
It does. Consequence is a negative.
Yeah, so let's take consequence out.
I don't know. Like
Effect.
a lifelong, something that I've done that will have a lifelong, that has had a lifelong effect.
I think your music.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So, I'm always surprised. Don't forget, if some of y'all don't know, I played in this band called Mama with Sauce, who's a go-go band from this area. We were really popular in like 2008 up to like 2012. We made a song called Welcome to DC, which is like the unofficial song of DC. They play it in everywhere, And the other day, somebody sent me a clip of the NBA draft, and when someone got drafted, when the Wizards when the Wizards drafted someone, they was playing Welcome to DC, and you could hear it in the background being played in the stadiums. And it's just like, it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
That's your shit.
Yeah, and I made that 2008. Until this day, they're still playing it on the Joe Clip morning show. When he had the morning show on WPGC, he would play it every morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just incredible the life that music has had. And then also, like, I don't think everyone is caught on yet, you know, but Forever Loving. You know what I'm saying? That song within itself is, I feel like it's going to be, you know, legendary.
Yeah.
I'm about to release a song called Therapy Session, which I think is going to be legendary.
Yes.
The winter song, I think it's going to be legendary. So I think, my music is something that, Miracles, when I first did Miracles, that was the first song that Mambo Sauce put out.
So many people love Miracles.
Yeah.
So many people
and people
love
don't even
Miracles.
talk about that song right now, but it was played at almost every school here in the DMV area when they put it out.
Yeah.
So, I think my music is really powerful.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it is. It is extremely powerful. I mean, I seen how powerful your music is when you were in front of hundreds of thousands of people in that arena, how they were crying and trying to touch you and just like singing every lyric and really feeling every lyric. I was just like, I've never seen anything like it ever in my life. Not ever have I ever seen it. And so that I felt like you would say that your music,
I think the Consequence threw me off.
Yeah, the Consequence. So I worded it wrong, but I felt like you would say that your music was, you know, something that'll have a lifelong impact.
I definitely feel that. Like,
I mean, look how Royal gets, like, when you play one of your songs, she loses it, and she knows all the words. She'll sing if you play it, you know. If you continue to play it over and over, she learns the words. And when she hears it, she immediately starts dancing, immediately starts singing. You know what I mean? Like, and she loves it so much. And she's only 2.
Yeah.
So just imagine what it does for people who are really going through some of the things that you're saying in the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
What about you?
For me, I feel like my health journey will forever be an impact on people. You know, I go up, I go down, I go up, I go down. Life knocks my ass to the floor. And there's always a major lesson in why I've gone back up. You know what I mean? Like, how did I get like this again? Like, what the fuck? I have a health and wellness business. You know what I mean? Like a business. That's my primary way of making money. And I can't get myself together.
Does that ever like bring about insecurity or like make you, you know, question whether you should be doing this? You know what I'm saying?
I've always questioned it, but this time around, I've realized that it's not about, am I supposed to be doing this? Because I'm absolutely supposed to do it. My problem is me being consistent with me. Not the work for other people, and creating this program and creating this way to lose weight and this way to heal, and creating that for someone else, for them to take the blueprint and go and lose weight. But going by my own blueprint, you know what I'm saying, and being consistent. So I have had, and I didn't realize this, but I've had an issue with being consistent with my own health, with myself. And I never wanted to admit that. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to admit that I have consistency issues with staying healthy. Because the moment I get in a groove and I lose all this weight, I start focusing on other people, and then I just start losing my shit. You know what I mean? Losing me. And I'm like, I can't do that anymore. Like, I'll be 38 this year. And I think I said on the other podcast that I was 38. I ain't 38 yet, y'all. November. But I'll be 38 this year. And I feel like it's time for me to stop fucking around with myself and be serious about not even getting small, but just being healthy enough to walk the bridge every day or every other day, and being conscious enough to know that I don't need all of this food. You know what I'm saying? Or being conscious enough to know that I probably shouldn't be drinking alone at home, because of my spirit, and because the addictive spirit that I have. If I continue to drink a bottle of wine every night at home by myself, I'll continue to put on weight. I'll continue to have fucked up thoughts. My vision will be blurred. You know what I mean? Like my blessings will be delayed, all of those type of things, because I'm focusing on something under the influence of alcohol. And I'm not saying having a glass of wine is wrong. What I am saying is doing it every night by myself, that's an issue.
Yeah.
Whether you want to fucking believe it or not, if you're drinking every night by yourself at home, not that I'm not by myself, but I'm drinking alone, that's an issue. It creates a problem. It creates a huge problem. And now I can't function the way I'm supposed to because my mind isn't clear.
Yeah.
I have had so many nights, and you know this, I've had so many nights where I can't remember what happened. I can't remember that I said this. I can't remember what I did because I was so drunk. You know what I mean? And then I can get on the internet and talk about accountability. How? I wasn't accountable. I didn't hold myself accountable last night when I should have stopped at that one glass of wine. I drank the whole one and then I opened up another bottle. You know what I'm saying? So mine is just being consistent with myself.
I never heard you say that.
Yeah, I mean, these are the things that I know, but it's also like, yes, I'm transparent. Yes, I'm vulnerable, but certain things scare the shit out of me to say it out loud because it seems like it's me not being who I am. It's not me holding myself accountable, but I have to hold myself accountable in that way because if I don't say it out loud, I'll continue to do it. And I've realized the more I say things out loud about me, the more I can fix them. The more I can fix them, and I have to fix it. That's why I am 25 days clean.
Yes, you are. Look at you.
26 days clean.
It's 26?
It's 26 days.
Because we got Monday. Monday is the cutoff.
Yep, I'm 26 days clean. I haven't had any alcohol. And I'm not saying that I won't drink ever again. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that I'm being smarter about it. I'm being more health conscious about it. I am committing to being consistent with myself, and I just want to see what that does for me in this age, at this stage of my life. I seen what it can do for me in my 20s, but I definitely want to see what it can do for me right now as a mother of 2 and married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck does that look like, being consistent with yourself? It's easy to do it when you're single with one baby that goes to her father every other week. But how does it look for you now? You're a mother of 2, married.
Yeah.
Can you do it now and under all of that shit that you got to deal with? And I'm not saying it like that, but can you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? And so we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated on the journey. We'll keep you updated on my journey of holding myself accountable and being consistent with my health shit.
We killing shit. I don't care what they say.
Yeah. All right. So this is another question.
All right.
What is the best part of you that you think is the best part of you? Not something that someone has put on you, but that you think is the very best part of you without anybody telling you. God damn it, my nail just broke. That sucks. Go ahead.
I would say my ability, this is a couple. I think my ability to get along, which goes into like my understanding. Like I want to understand. I want to understand why this happened. I want to understand why you feel this way or why you're doing. Like, that's what I want to do, because if I understand it, I can better accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody hating on me or whatever, like, I really want to understand why they're hating on me.
That's like the conversation I had with you last night.
Right. Because if I know, then I might be like, oh shit, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, I might hate on somebody for that. You know what I'm saying? So I think my ability to get along with people, and then I think the fact that I seek understanding. I think that's it.
I think one of the best parts of me, without any influence from anybody else, is the way I show up for people. The way, I guess that's the same thing. Shit, is that the same thing?
Kind of.
I mean, because when I show up, I fucking show up.
You do?
I show up. I show up. And
can we flip it?
What?
Can I say
Show up
what
for
I
me?
think about it? What I think it is for you, and you say what I think it is, Mimi? I think your superpower is your transparency.
For real?
I think hands down that's your biggest thing, because you know the dope part about it is that it's so much story in you. You know what I'm saying? It's so much that people can learn from. It's so much that you know people can relate to. It's just so much story in you, but there's a lot of story in a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people aren't that confident, or you know, not that confident to be this transparent about it.
Yeah.
You know, and unapologetic and like fearless. You know what I'm saying? You go in a room and you just
sound off.
Yeah. And me, I can't do that. I can't it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna go in the room cool, calm, collect. You know what I'm saying? If I know
speak when spoken to.
Yeah. Until I, you know, feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And I feel the vibe, then I'll, you know, join into the vibe, and, you know, maybe I'll, you know, get to this level where it's like, oh, yeah, he's the center or some shit like that. But you walk in like, bitches, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think, your transparency, your unapologeticness, I don't think that's a word, but I just made it up.
Make that shit up.
Yeah, I think that's your superpower. Yeah.
All right, this is my last question, because I know we got to wrap up.
Yeah.
Do you think it is healthy to be...
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm going to quit the podcast.
No, you're not.
Do you think that it's healthy to be obsessed with your spouse?
Do I think it's healthy? No.
Why?
Because I think if you become obsessed with your spouse, you may lose yourself, and then I think your spouse will be turned off.
What the fuck is this that you're doing
I feel
right now?
I feel
to
my
the top.
No, look, I feel
you feel that fucking zipper that's to the top of your neck, your chin, and now you doing this wild duck shit.
No, you hear this? Listen,
to the top.
Listen, y'all hear this? You hear that?
Why are you doing that?
It just felt good for the moment, so I was just doing it. But yeah, I don't think it's healthy to be obsessed with your spouse, because I think, unless it's controlled obsession, but I think if you're obsessed with your spouse and, you know, because when you say obsessed, I think of like Fatal Attraction.
Crazy.
Shit like that. Yeah, I think of that. And when you start doing that type of shit, you lose yourself.
Yeah.
And I think if you lose yourself, then, you know, your spouse will no longer be attracted to you, because they were attracted to who you were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely, I don't think it's healthy to be obsessed with your spouse.
I think it'll lead to murder.
Yes.
I think it'll lead to murder. So no, count me out.
True.
Don't be obsessed with me. You can be madly in love with me. You can be head over heels in love with me, but don't be obsessed with me, because if you're obsessed with me, obsession can turn into rage and anger and fucking psychotic murder.
Yeah.
So no, don't fucking be obsessed with me. Hell no. Y'all, listen, we are doing our play. We are bringing our play Views from Forever back.
Views.
We need you all to tap the fuck in. Support the play. We are bringing it back. We were supposed to take it on tour, but then the COVID hit. I got pregnant. I did the play when I was pregnant.
You did?
But that's some dope shit.
You like that?
I was so dope that I did that play when I was pregnant.
It was.
I was 7 months. I was 7 months.
I don't think you was that
6
far
months.
along. Yeah,
I was
maybe
big.
5.
I was big though. I got big quick with Royal. But anyway, Views from Forever is coming back October 30th. Wear your Halloween costume. We don't celebrate Halloween, but if you want to dress up, make it a festive theme, you can do that. Please, please, please support that. It's a great play. We co-wrote it, we produced it, we're directing it, we starred in it. It's just Black and I in it. We funded it ourselves. So please make sure that you go to the link in one of our bios, Friends Who Smash Podcast bio.
Or you can go to friendswhosmash.com.
Yep, and it's the first thing that you'll see. Get your ticket if you're here in the DMV. If you're not, take a trip to the DMV.
Yes.
It'll be a quick trip. You know, make it
Trust
a fun
me,
date weekend.
It's going to be dope. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be dope.
Yes. And so make sure you go and support Views from Forever. We cannot wait to see you and put on an amazing, amazing show. I think that this will probably be the best one that we do.
Definitely.
Because of everything that we've gone gone through the pandemic, just everything. We're going to leave that shit all on the stage. As I say with the Good Thick, leave that shit on the mat. We're going to leave everything on the stage and bring you all of the things. This has been a wonderful.
No, go listen to that new song by Winter.
Yes.
I don't know what.
What is the name of it? Did they name?
I know the name of it is Sign My Papers.
Okay. You don't know what?
I don't know the last name.
She's just going by Winter right
Simply
now.
Winter.
Yeah, she's just going by Winter. I think she's just going by Winter right now.
All right, but yeah, make sure y'all go listen to that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stream it up, all that good stuff. Yeah.
My husband wrote it. Yes, he wrote the song, so that's super dope. But yes, this has been an amazing episode of Friends Who Smash podcast. We thank you all so much for tuning in. We thank you so much for watching us live our wildest dreams. We thank you so much for watching us elevate in our business. We thank you so much for the support, the likes, the shares, the comments, the feedback. We thank you so much for all of that. Make sure you are following Friends Who Smash podcast on Instagram, and make sure you are following at Drink Spizzy on Instagram, and come and get you a smoothie. What else they got? All types of
beef
shit.
Patties,
the acai bowls,
the Aki bowls,
the acai bowls, all of the things.
All the Aki bowls.
Thank y'all so much. We will see y'all motherfuckers next week. Peace. Love you, baby.
I love you too, baby.
Cause I love